Hello, everyone. It's Miss T with the T on Interracial Relationships. How's everyone doing? I hope all is well with you and yours. Today, the topic is our local school, high school. One of our local high schools on the north side of Huntsville, Alabama, predominantly black, which is why this is a problem. Robert E. Lee, who was he? The school was named after General Robert E. Lee. He was a commander of the Confederate Army. So, what is the Confederate Army? It says the military land of the Confederate States of America during the American Civil War, fighting against the United States in order to uphold the institution of slavery. So what it was is that you had southern states that they were all part of a union. They joined together, like Georgia, Tennessee. So your southern states or your slave states, they are the ones who held black people captive. They kidnapped them, they brutally beat them, they murdered them, um, starved them. They did everything to them just to keep free, hard labor, and they bred our people as instruments of labor for years. Separated the families. They didn't care. Imagine, modern day what kidnappers what they do to the people that they have kidnapped. It is a very serious topic, but the United States, this was the way things were for hundreds of years. The North were the free states, and the South were slave states. I have a problem with that, but we're going to get right into more about Lee High School. Students have already started a petition um, in Huntsville to rename the school. See, back when we were young, before social media and before we could educate our people online because we weren't getting it in school, that word started to get around and we started to delve and share with one another, just like we had to do, just like slaves had to do, because their master was not going to educate them. Why? For what? All he needs them to do is be hard labor. So in that case, um, they did not teach the children who General Robert E. Lee is. Do you think those kids understood that some slave owner is being highly esteemed as the name they're entering into each and every day? Some slave owner, somebody who wanted to keep slavery, who fought to keep slavery, is sick, and slave owners were sick. They want to paint their lives as something that was oh so nice, and the women were dressed oh so nice. But imagine living with this your entire life. So their quality of life, I don't want you to envy that. Just because people have riches and money, it doesn't mean that they're happy. Okay? They had to spend their whole life holding people up at gunpoint, threatening their lives each and every day, trying to beat them into submission, trying to change their state of mind to be dependent upon them. One day, after that Civil War, we were free, and the slave states did not want to immediately let us go. It took a while. It took some years. Even though we were free, they was not ready to let their slaves go. But excuse me, Africans were not trying to be. They didn't want to be slaves. As soon as they could get free, they was gone. I mean, this is not something that we wanted to be under. When you have people who create instruments of war and then go into countries of vulnerability, take advantage of them, and now because of what they've done, they're paying for it right now. So there is no excuse of, oh, they're just tools of war, spoils of war. Okay, well then why are you paying for that, for what you did right now, for being a part of that, for being a part of um, continuing to carry this slave master mindset on throughout all these years, by trying not to hire black people, promote black people, put them in nice, if they want to live in a certain neighborhood. So I did some research on the petition that was held for the students who were at Lee High School, and they said uh, that the old dance team was called the Confederates. The mascot was the five-star general, and there were murals on the wall that had to be repainted. This ain't the only school named after Robert E. Lee. There are other schools who are fighting to rename their school. It takes money. If you go to Teen Vogue, there was a young lady there now, and she's asking for the PTA, the parents to get involved. It's no, it's you get a tax deduction for giving to this. Her name is Michaela Hooper. She needs community donations because they got to repaint all this and rename all this. And I don't know why the city can't use their tax dollars because it was their tax dollars that put up that sign. And why they're asking the community to do this on their own because it's a fight. They really do want this name to stay up there. As you see the trouble it took to get that statue down, there are literally people in the community, maybe graduated from there, who didn't mind slave and ancestors of slave owners. They call them descendants. That was their granddaddy. I mean, this is Alabama. It was a slave state. Uh, Dr. Martin Luther King, he'd still be alive today if they had, I mean, this was during my parents' era when he was out preaching and teaching. And during my parents' era when there was white and black fountains and white black movies, when segregation was going on. And they desegregated during our parents' era. And they had to go in schools and fight for protection, literally fight off students because the students did not want them to be there. Every day they had to fight. So I just want to talk about now it's time for us to push for the move of the name change, to present it in city council meetings and to gain support of the community. Just like we got the support to take down the statue, we all have to do our part to change the name of this school. US 72 is also named after Robert E. Lee. Okay, and that thing runs long. Okay, so you will see on when you are on your map in your car, US 72 Lee Highway. That's him. So I'm creating awareness. We gotta this fire is blazing right now. It's hot. It's time to jump on this train, and it's time to get this thing moving while we have support. So we're going to present this in our community meetings. We're going to keep nudging and nagging and bothering people until this gets done. So this is the next agenda for our community. Just want to let you know what's on the board for our community. Let's take up this purpose and this cause for our students and for our city. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much for supporting and listening on today. You have a blessed day. Bye. This is Miss T.